Thursday evening to all you fine folks out there on the World Wide Web. It is 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It is January the 16th, 2025, and you are in tune and watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show live and in color on Facebook and on YouTube. Hey, how about do us a great big favor? If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button, hit the share button, let everybody know that you're friends of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Don't forget Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel. Every episode all the way back to 2020 is archived and in color and available free of charge for your viewing pleasure. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show will be celebrating 5 years in March, 5-year anniversary coming up in March, and want to remind you of that YouTube channel anytime you need some entertainment, anytime you want to go back and listen to some historical facts and current events. Just go in there and watch any episode that you want to watch. We might be running number 2 behind Andy Griffith's show with all of our archived episodes available for you. But hey, guys, it's Thursday night, and we welcome you to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Cool, brisk night tonight, but we're glad that you're warm wherever you are and watching us on your phone, on your iPad, on your television, wherever you might be. We appreciate you being here tonight. We thank you for being fans of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show on Thursday nights. Guys, we're coming to you live tonight. Live from all 4 of our studios: Enterprise, Georgia; Thompsontown, Georgia; Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia; and turn number 3 at the old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama. Live all across the great United States of America and in the foreign countries where it is legal and illegal for us to broadcast. All 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands. And since day one, beaming at 500,000 watts in our great state of Baker County, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the truth and nothing but the truth. You will hear only here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. You will hear only things that you can hear here. Nowhere else will you be able to hear them. And I promise you this, we're going to always tell you the truth. You might not like what we say, but we're going to always tell you the truth. So if you do not subscribe to common sense thinking, conservative Judeo-Christian principalities, you probably are on the wrong channel. You probably need to go ahead and turn it off or either pull you up a version of 1987 Donkey Kong or Pac-Man and play it the next hour, because you will not get enjoyment here. Ladies and gentlemen, got us a brand new big screen tonight. First time ever in diagonal 109.117463 and 1/8 of an inch. Evermaze. We're live on the big screen tonight at Evermaze. Evermaze, edible undergarment outlet. Evermaze, eel-skinned earmuff emporium. And Evermaze, eulogy writing and delivery services in Echo, Alabama.
That's a good business. Hey, there's a good business in that eulogizing there, Martin.
Yes, sir.
You know, you can pick you up. You know, you $50 to $100 if you do the right eulogy there. All you got.
Y'all to know. Y'all to know.
Wait, Eva may not only write them, but she'll deliver them too. And there's a fee to write them, and then there's a fee to deliver them.
Sometimes now that the delivery is the more important than the writing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the delivery is much more important than sometimes the message.
There you go. See it.
Because the message sometimes gets lost. You know.
You're right.
And during the delivery.
Yep. Hey, guys, want to give a big shout out tonight to one of our all-time viewers. Been here with us since day one, Miss Victoria Smith from Colquitt, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, and she has been with us. And we want to give a big shout out to her, Victoria. We love you, baby. We appreciate you watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show and being one of our #1 fans. We love you and appreciate you being here every Thursday night, just as we appreciate all of you fine folks who are tuned in right now. Man, they're coming all over Arlington, Georgia. Let's see, Lake Seminole, Baker County, uh, Avenue Road, man, all over the place. We got them tonight watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Charlie, tell us what's going on in your world.
Well, I got to settle up something right now. Make sure my eyesight ain't that good, but I'll have to yield to Queasel. Good to see you back, Queasel. By the way,
Good to
glad
be back,
you felt
brother.
like being with you with us. But and I have to Floyd. But on my monitor that I'm looking, the three of us, being Floyd, yours truly, and Queasel, our complexion is one thing, and you look at Marvin, and Marvin looks like he has put on a face full of baby powder. Is it the same way with you?
Makeup artist.
Man, he got that evangelistic makeup.
Well, see, on Sunday, whoa. Well, Sunday mornings, boys, on Sunday mornings, when he's running back and forth across that stage and everything, that face is just as red as Floyd's cap. And there's
I thought he was out of
slight.
shape.
I think
Okay.
my normal camera was not in operation.
I knew something was different. Okay.
You could tell. I thought you were worried about the backdrop that I have there.
Well, if I had to look out my front door and see your face, and that is my front yard, looking towards sunset, yeah, I have something to say about that. But that was a few days back, one of those cold afternoons when we first got a little bit of break in the clouds, and that was pretty. But I guarantee you, I was standing out there, and it was a cold sunset to behold.
That looks like that'd be cold right there now.
It was, Floyd.
Only in southeast Alabama, southwest Georgia, and northwest Florida can you see something like that and find the beauty in it. So it is beautiful.
And today it was a different.
Talking about our complexion and all, y'all. I'm kind of looking at mine here. I don't know if y'all see the same thing, but I kind of look like a cross between Bush Mims and Tim Kaine. And you don't know who Bush Mims was, Charlie, but we do. He was from Colwood, Georgia.
A little red face, if you will.
He could drink some whiskey. At a time.
Did you notice Tim Kaine, how he was red faced the other day when he was arguing with Heg Seth?
Yeah, he was. I'm telling you what. Now, I told Karen, I said he looked just exactly like Bush Mims used to look all day long. So Bush Mims would get up the first thing he'd do, he'd go ahead and get and polish off about a half pint there the first thing, and then cruise on through the rest of the day. But okay, that's it. When he's fancy, I guess he had them red rosy cheeks, and that's what Bush had. And I'm getting red all over, but anyway, that was funny to me. I was looking, I told Karen, I think look like Bush Mims used to look.
Floyd, you asked the question of what's going on over here. There's a bulletin I need to place out there right now, and I'm serious about this, and you guys will understand because y'all went with me that time to South Alabama Speedway. Somebody stole the pace car from the racetrack.
Oh, I thought you fit to say somebody stole the rattlesnake.
No. Ain't nobody stole no rattlesnake, Queasel, but they stole the pace car. It's a 2012 Dodge Challenger. You've seen it. It's got. It'd take a pretty dumb person in the line of career of being a criminal to steal something that is a billboard on both sides. South Alabama Motor Speedway, all over the car.
Have they caught him yet?
Not as far as I know.
He might be smarter than you thought he was. He could be smarter than you thought he was.
But they done stole the pace car. Or there's one television station on their website, and you know it had to be Channel 18. Those brilliant folks from Next Star Pacer car stolen from racetrack.
Pacer car.
Pacer car.
That's like an AMX Rambler. Pacer.
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
That Pacer car wasn't what made Marvin spill all that ketchup and mustard all down his shirt when they come by the first time. Though it was them cars that was behind that Pacer car. He squeezed out a hot dog and it squirted out everywhere. Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
I remember.
That was the second time. First time it happened, I was in the porta potty.
You didn't take the mustard and ketchup with you in the porta potty, did you?
Well, what else was I gonna do with it? Y'all wasn't hoping I had to take it in there with me. I wasn't gonna throw it away. You know, that's kind of like Aunt Rojo when she sat out on the toilet. She had to.
I got that stick to that salt toilet seat.
I had to do something with my hands.
And that was the first time you had ever been to a race when we carried you over.
That's the first and the last time I ever been to a race.
I'd love to take him boys to Talladega and put him on about the second row when they come around there at 200 miles an hour and see where the mustard ketchup would end up then.
He could not handle it.
No.
Well, he might could now because they got silencers, and then they got another car behind them said, "We sorry we were so loud when we come by. We hope we didn't disturb you." You know, now that it's all woke up. But back in the days when racing was racing, he couldn't handle it.
No.
Is NASCAR? Do they have a DEI department? Probably.
Yeah, they do.
They
do.
What's your name? Bubba Wallace.
Yeah.
They used to have a DEI program. Sure enough,
he just can't drive.
You know it.
What was that?
Dale Earnhardt.
Sure enough, and it's my same DEI department I go by. That's Dale Earnhardt Incorporated.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the DEI. But yeah, they woke up now. If you wreck somebody, you got to go to anger management. You got to apologize. You got to be suspended for 17 races and lose 1,000 points and all that kind of stuff if you wreck somebody. And you know, racing ain't racing no more.
No, not the big level.
Boy, we got an interesting viewer up here, if y'all will, at the top up there. Marvin, you may have to do something on the keyboard there on that deal there.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we got somebody.
You got to erase that deal there from.
If you call a number,
yeah.
$30, you get photos, a demo call, $50, and full open video, $150. So
is that what that means?
I reckon. I don't know. What I'm gonna have to
call them and see what they say, Marvin.
I am not calling nobody.
The first thing you're gonna want to know is a credit card number.
You put in a good credit card, you might see something.
You get your credit card in that got some money on it. You might can check it out. But
call them up, Marvin. She might want to be a sponsor.
But you know, it's like it is with everything else. I heard today that Aunt Clara, Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary there, the Chinese hacked her phone, hacked her computer or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They got her. So we have no control over that. Y'all do what you want to do, but anyway, yeah, might be. I'm pretty sure it is a scam.
Agawarda. I don't even know what that kind of name that is.
Can sound like you may be from Detroit or Chicago or something.
Yeah, she ain't from Boykin. I promise you, she ain't from Boykin.
Anyway. Yeah. Go ahead, move on. Go ahead, carry on, Marvin. We probably need to pay a bill here. Yeah, let's talk about Ziggy B's, one of our most favorite places in the world. Been advertising with us ever since she's been in business. Best seafood you'll ever find anywhere in your life. Go by there if nothing else. Just go by there and tell them, say, look at here. Look at here, Ziggy B. Say, we've been watching y'all on the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Said, man, this stuff looks kind of good. And she go ask you, what do you want? And you can tell her what you want, and you see it right there. That's just part of what you got there. You look in that ice chest there that she's got there in the front of that the market there, and you can see what you're getting. She ain't gonna go back behind the curtain back there and bring you out something in a sack because you ain't got no idea what it is. Go by Ziggy B's Seafood Market in Concord, Georgia. It's the institution. She's been advertising with us ever since she's been in business, and she's still with us. Thank the good Lord. Serving some good seafood. In fact, today I run up with Mrs. Queasel. I didn't run up with her. She was leaving just as me and Nadine was pulling up. So I can imagine that Queasel got a testimony tonight on what
Oh,
he
yeah.
had for supper.
Oh yeah, man! I ate some of that salmon. Oh, it fresh. It was so fresh. It looked like it was still swimming. Man, put that
Yeah.
on the grill. Ooh, it was good.
Yeah, about 2 hours ago, it was still swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. Because I don't reckon salmon swim in the Gulf of Mexico, do they? But they swim somewhere.
No,
I don't know
that'd be
where this
hard to
is filled
find
at.
there.
Y'all go by Ziggy B's, get you some of that good fresh seafood. You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, I don't,
Gracious.
that's great.
we done got old Kanishka. We got. She getting a bite up here. He wants to
Well, all
go.
All this
want
want the number.
don't block it yet. Let me get the number.
That come from Floyd
Gary, that's
cousin.
where you in Kanishka. We don't even want no commission off of it, Kanishka.
Whoo.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Hey, you could not see this on MSNBC.
No.
They need to pull the curtain down on that deal. They put a lid on it, as they used to do with Joe Biden. Put a lid on it.
Oh,
Kathy Fincher said, "Don't erase it," since I don't have the number yet. Fisher, you don't need the number. I know you. You do not need the number.
Lord. Hey guys, got some news for you. Michelle Obama will not be attending the inauguration, and Bill and Hillary Clinton and George W. Bush and his wife and Barack Obama will not be going to the lunch that Trump's holding.
I don't blame him. I don't blame Trump. I wouldn't give him no invite to the lunch. Neither. They can bring their own lunch.
Brown paper sack.
The paper sack, go buy Hardee's and get you whatever $5 paper sack dinner deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Trump's gonna be there. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Trump's gonna be there.
Don't care about nothing else.
I don't care about none of the rest of it. As long as he's there breathing and alive and puts his hand on that Bible and says, I solemnly swear, that's what I'm waiting to hear.
Do you think that he will lose sleep over the fact that they're not attending his events?
He don't care.
About much as we will.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't gonna bother them a bit.
What was it? Somebody, I sent something. Here's what I got a response of the day. I sent this to somebody and said that the article about Michelle Obama not attending the inauguration, and the person texted back and said, it is because there will not be any transgender bathrooms at the inauguration.
I bet you there'll be 0 transgender bathrooms at the inauguration.
Yes, sir. They had to go behind the bush over there.
Oh, Michael. Oh, Big Mike ain't attended. Oh, the prostrate's acting. That was my good friend, Dickie Tab from Miller County, Georgia.
Oh, man. I don't know, boys. What is it? Let's see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days.
4 days.
Yep.
I ain't no telling what can happen now. Y'all get ready.
They gonna blow up everything they can in 4 days.
It's coming. Sunday, he's gonna hit it big time. Sunday, he gonna hit the big time button Sunday on all of the on all the pardons and the commentations and the he's gonna get what he can done. He's gonna throw as many landmines out behind him as he possibly can, just to make life harder for Trump and people like us.
Yeah,
that's all he's going to do. That's his mission in life. It's what it's always been. Never has been to do anything beneficial for the United States of America. In 50 years, we're talking about Joe Biden. In case any of you people up there might be listening in Martha's Vineyard, this is who we're talking about. Never done one positive thing that I can think of that I've ever heard of that he did in 50 years of politics. One thing that benefited the United States of America. It's always been about him and his crooked family. Always been about making life miserable for decent people. That's his purpose in life, I guess.
say to add to that, Florida, if you will and don't mind, look at everything that has come to pass and come to light with that family and the operatives in the Democratic Party. I got friends of Democrats, but if they can look me straight in the eye and say, I am proud to be a part of the Democratic Party in this country and what they do for people, I'll have to just look at them back and say, ignorance cannot go on forever.
No, it's
It,
got to come to an end. It comes to everything has like a crescendo, like
mm-hmm.
people singing, hit the high note. They just so high they go, then they got to start bringing it back down. They just so crazy that the Democrats can get. And I wonder where the point is. I wonder where the point is where they've reached the peak, the crescendo of
Well,
stupidity, where that is, and then they start coming back down, getting their feet on the ground.
Yeah.
but they should have saw something in the election. They should have saw the people of the United States spoke, but they just, if you don't think they just as stupid as it was, yeah, I didn't get to see all those confirmation hearings, but I got to see bits and pieces. I got to see enough that the Democrats on every committee that I heard was ever one an idiot. I got to see that.
Everyone that spoke, everyone that opened their mouth was an
And you
idiot.
know what? If they all the folks in Hawaii is like that woman from Hawaii, we'd just trade Hawaii for Greenland. We'd have to
That
figure
Yeah,
out
is the
better.
best thing
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the best idea I've heard all day,
Yep,
Queasy.
yep,
I might have to
yep,
vote for you on that. That
yep.
makes
yeah.
all the sense
That
in the
makes
world.
sense. It dang sure
That
makes sense.
does.
We'll swap y'all Hawaii for Greenland, and we'll
That
get along.
woman
They
ain't
all
got
like her.
Yeah,
That
that's
woman.
they are. They got to be because they elected her senator. Because I don't know, we got two complete straight
Yeah,
loons
we
for
have to
senator
be
here in
careful
the
how
state
we
of Georgia.
talk about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we can't talk about loons for senators.
Ain't
Yeah,
nobody.
Johnny's
Charlie's the only one that can brag about his senators. We can't say
Thank you,
nothing.
thank you, thank you.
Are y'all
Uh,
familiar with Jack Reed? Do you know who Jack Reed is?
Uh, I don't
He's
think.
one of the senators. I don't know where he's from, but he was some senator. And he was the one that made the statement that Hegseth was not qualified for the job. But that same one voted to confirm this one for the Biden administration.
yay! All right.
Mhm. Yeah, voted for that one. That's right, for the Biden. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's cool. Yeah, yeah, she's cool. Yeah, yeah.
but Hegseth is not qualified.
No, no.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. If they had just turned Pam Bondi loose on all of them, we get rid of all of them.
We'd be done with
They'd
them.
be
You
gone.
right.
That woman
Let
ain't
her
scared of
go.
nobody.
They
No,
backing off from her now. I'm telling you, they done had enough of Miss Pamela Joe.
Yes, sir.
They've seen enough of her. They ain't gonna. None of them gonna vote for her. Only one that might vote for her is the one that I thought was the biggest lunatic of all is Fetterman.
And
Fetterman may go
I
along.
believe he got more
I
sense than
think
the
that
rest of them.
stroke actually helped him.
He
Mentally.
he makes more sense than he did 2 years ago. I'll say
I
that for him.
think that
I
he's
believe
more
he got
sense
more
than
sense than
the
any
rest
of them.
of them. I tell you who won't be voting for any of them is our two fine senators from the great state of Georgia,
No.
Reverend Senator Warnock and John Ossoff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They won't be voting for nobody.
Bless y'all's hearts.
I'm telling you, man, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for
Can I
them.
can I throw a little PSA in there right now? Do y'all mind if I plug a little something?
Go ahead.
Cause the preacher up there, he don't want to do it, and I know the way he feels is I don't want to over it, but his church, Flat Creek Baptist Church, will be hosting this Sunday morning one of the legendary Southern gospel groups, Karen Peck and New River. Service is at 10:30. Um, if you want to really enjoy some great music and a blessing as well, get out to Flat Creek Baptist Church, Miller County, this Sunday morning, 10:30, Karen Peck and New River.
I believe y'all had that staged because he had that little.
It
He had
was
that
not
thing.
staged.
Well, he
Now,
had
oh,
that.
no,
He
no,
had that. He had that
he,
picture right ready to pop up there. So y'all
well,
ain't let. You
I
know.
ain't talked to him today.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I ain't
here's the
talked to him
deal.
yesterday.
How many Sundays does he preach?
Well, now, define preach. What do you mean by that? Is that the
Trying to pay
running
him a
back and
compliment.
forth?
I'm trying to pay him a compliment because here's the way I see it. The way I see it is that when he preaches, he does such a good job that y'all can't take but about once every 3 weeks or so, because he puts it on y'all so heavy. He gets up there to stomping back and forth and wiping that sweat and spitting and puttering. And I mean, is that what it is? He's just so powerful, y'all can't take him about once every 3-4 weeks.
That might be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah.
good compliment.
It's
Coming
time.
from me, for him, that's a pretty good compliment.
That brings us right into a segue of a commercial. Queasel, tell them about the.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Let me see if I can talk that long. You know, we talk to y'all all the time about Second Amendment rights and protecting yourself, and you know, if we can make it till Monday, right after lunch, y'all need to or can go and start restocking your guns and not worry, at least for 4 more years, about them getting took away from you. This is the place you need to go. They got any kind of gun you might want. I know hunt season winding down, but now's a good time to get one and get ready for next hunting season. Got all kind of bullets, all kind of accessories that you want. I know turkey season's coming up. They got them genuine turkey guns just guaranteed to hit one if you can aim. And so you need to go there and see what they got. Any kind of handgun. Our personal protection. It's gonna take our new administration a little while to clean all this mess up, but we still got to protect ourselves. You need to go to Host 9 and look and see what they got to help protect you and your family. Go right next door. Any kind of parts you might want, truck parts, car parts, tractor parts, oil, grease, whatever it is you want, they got it. Ladies, they got a fine line of ladies' gifts there. And don't forget, they are the home of the world-renowned Floyd B. Lloyd Rabbit Pellet Grills, along with a full line of different flavored rabbit pellets to go with them. Give them a call, drop by to see them. 27 just square, right under those two beautiful American flags.
Hey guys, I sent this out to. I don't know if I sent it to Charlie. I think I sent it to Floyd. This was a out west report this week. Had 14 head, Charlie, of average weight 1,570 pounds apiece. Brought $2.11.5 a pound for about 20. Well, that would be about over $3,000 a head.
yeah. I started to say that's averaging over 3 a head. Floyd would like a little commission off of that auction, wouldn't you,
Yeah, that'd
Floyd?
be a good one. Hey, that's the only
Yeah.
bright spot in agriculture is cattle prices. Hey,
Uh,
nothing else you can go with to make no money other than cattle. And
That's
cattle,
it.
getting into cattle business is not easy.
Gerald Mock's wife told me today they had yesterday 600 and I think 80 head in Donaldsonville, and there were some 850 weights brought right at $2,500 a piece.
Yeah, I watched some auction today on their 850-pound steers. They bring $2.60 a pound.
Well,
That's strong.
What that gonna cost you when you get in the grocery store?
it's the price jumped last week or week before last. It's been easing up, but it made a pretty significant jump, I think. Pretty much Floyd across the board, wouldn't you think, about 2 weeks ago?
Yep, yep. It's been steady going up, steady going
Yeah.
up. You know,
If you look
everything
at
I say, it's like everything reaches a crescendo. I don't know where that crescendo is. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's good right now. If you got you some cows right now, let me tell you what you need to do with them. You need to put them in a trailer and take them to the stockyard.
yes, sir.
That's what I
don't don't sit around gambling on will they go a little bit higher.
When it
You know,
starts coming down, I've seen it with I've seen it with corn and soybeans and cotton and everything else. Because when it
Yes,
starts
sir.
coming down, man, it's like a lead balloon.
so
Mhm.
But it's
Floyd,
good.
what you
I
saying?
congratulate all the people that are in the cattle business right now. Anybody that's in the cattle business right now raising good cows. They raise the top market cows because there ain't no money in you can't starve a profit on a cow. But you have you a good cow and a good yearling, you come home with something in your pocket now. So I admire y'all. I really do. Y'all have done a good and let me tell you something. People in the United States, you can feel safe eating American beef.
Yeah.
You can feel safe eating that. Don't be scared of it. Because now anything, man, the news media and these people overseas, abroad, the world, what is it, the WHO, the World Health Organization, they can create any kind of scare. They can come up with anything in the world that will put the cow market in the tank. They come up with it. I remember way back then they had the mad cow disease. They had one old cow, an old Holstein cow, somewhere over in Great Britain. She come in the sale ring and fall down and start spinning around. Man, the cow market went south. And they played that same video on all the news channels. Everyone, I can just imagine what they do with it now.
And I want to say this: a lot of times the general public would be kind of easy for them to say, "Well, look at how much them farmers are making." Folks, this folks been in the cattle business for 50, 60 years, and out of a 60-year run, they may have had 10 or 15 years that were profitable. The rest was just hang on, or in some cases, lose money. I mean, it just don't happen overnight. It's a cycle that takes place in this business, and I admire folks that have stuck it out all these years. Floyd, myself, that have stayed in it, and the fact that we've got some out there that safe food supply that we can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything come up from some of these foreign countries.
Nope, I don't either. Y'all buy you some American beef. Support these guys that's growing these cows, because one day they may not be able to grow them no more. Then then the only source of meat you're gonna have gonna come from China or Mexico or Venezuela or somewhere like that. Something that you're gonna be scared to eat. And no telling what they have pumped in to those animals to keep them going.
You're right.
Hey guys, it's time for the Southern Hissy Fits trivia time here on Charlie Platt Sports Show. Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt, 109 West College Street. Give Miss Vicky a call. Stop by and see her for all your embroidery, your t-shirts, tumblers, logos, caps, whatever you need, personalized gifts, candles, whatever you need. Stop by and see Miss Vicky right there. Southern Hissy Fits on the southwestern corner of the square in Colquitt, Georgia. She will hook you up with whatever you need. And tonight's winner of the trivia time will be a Charlie Platt the Dirt Road Sports Show car tag, compliments of Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt. All right, guys, I had a trivia question sent in from a viewer. Had one sent in from a viewer, and so we're going to give it tonight. This is a little different one. Now, Queasel will know this one. Understand this. I would dare say Floyd and Charlie will not know the answer to this, but Queasel will, if you will. When connecting two fire hoses together, there is a mark on the two couplings, one male and one female. What is the name of that mark? Let me repeat that. When connecting two fire hoses together, there is a mark on the two couplings, one male and one female. What is the name of the mark?
Now, let me qualify this question.
Help us out on this, please.
I didn't send this question in, but you know, I didn't send it in. But let me tell you something. That question right there is on the certification test to become a firefighter in the United States of America. That question is on the test.
Does it have anything resembling what Bookie told Darnell Go Reap when he looked through the knothole that time?
No.
It's just asking.
No. That question ain't on the test.
No, it's not just POL. It's
Now, see, you got one up there, a firefighter says it's an easy one, so he ain't gonna try to answer it, but he knows what it is too.
He knows the answer.
Sure. Lloyd, do you know the answer? Floyd, do you know the answer?
Like I said, my answer would be is what Bookie told Darnell Go Reap about it down looking through the knothole at Darnell, Mom and Daddy's house there. So I can
Are the kudzu hill behind
it? Yeah, the kudzu hill behind that church up there.
Hey.
Oh man.
Y'all would have to be on the inner circle and list all those.
Yeah, that's an inner circle question.
Circle to
Yeah.
know what that
Yeah.
means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the
My-
same with this question here. You'd have to be on the you'd have to be in the in the business to know what that means.
Let me say it one more time. This is gonna stump them tonight. This is a viewer sent it in, so I told him we put on when connecting two fire
Whoop.
hoses together. Up there we go. Look at Wiregrass Mule.
Who?
Bob Dowie, son, he wins every single week on here. He is
Well, now technically, it is called a Higby indicator or a Higby cut.
Uh-oh.
And let me explain to you what that is. When you're at a fire scene and you're trying to put hoses together, if you don't line it up just right, it's going to be hard to go. But if you get the Higby indicator or the Higby cut on the male end and the female, and if you'll put them together, it's at the beginning of the thread, and time you turn, it catches. That's the purpose of it, so that you can feel it with gloves, and you know what you got. You can do it in the dark, you can do it in the smoke, do whatever you want to do. And so I ain't even going to charge for that lesson in firefighting science.
where else would you learn something like that? Where else?
There's no other place.
Well,
No.
That's very simple, similar to the same comment that Pookie made about that knothole. I mean, that's very similar there. All right, Wiregrass Muse,
He
Bob.
got it.
Appreciate
He nailed
you.
it.
Appreciate
give
you.
it to him. Send it to him.
Even knots.
Maybe he'll get him a collection of them. Who is the Wiregrass Muse anyway? You know, we've seen a place over in Dothan over there called the what was that? The Holman Mule Company over there. Where we
Yeah.
I think they closed down. Good place to eat, wasn't it, Charlie?
Holman Mule Company.
I wonder if he
Holman
ever
Mule
fought
Company.
fire.
Yeah. We
I
used
don't
to go there all the time, man, in Dothan, Alabama, on South Oaks or somewhere down in there.
So that
His name is Bob Dowie, Dowie. Lives in.
Oh, I know him. I know Bob. Yeah, man, we old auction buddies together there. I know him well.
Yeah.
Send him a car time.
Matter of fact, and Bob, I don't. If you watching, Queasel wants to know if you ever fought fire. How did you know that? Did you fight fire? And Bob, I got to call Bob. He wants to do some advertising with us on Wiregrass Muse. So
Okay,
Yeah.
be fine. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
see that,
Queasel,
You
what's the jumpy doodle test?
man, that's the test you have to jump through to get to be a firefighter in Georgia. You have to jump through all them little jumpy doodles they got. And they change them about every 6 months, every 6 weeks, every 6 days. They come up with a new thing, you know.
Come on.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Bookie. Was Bookie ever a firefighter?
No, Boogie hadn't fought no fire. No, man. Boogie stay away from fire. He's scared.
He
of
set some.
He started some fires. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had to put some out. Boogie started. He started some fires.
fire. Boogie one time, let me tell you what Boogie was involved in a fire one time. Boogie was going to go coon hunting. Eat coon hunting with Uncle Dykes. And Uncle Dykes had a wood leg, if you will, down below his knee down there was cut off. Uncle Dykes. And they go coon hunting. And Boogie trailed on with him one night. He was going coon hunting. And they got to drinking, got the dogs, turned the dogs out, you know, and all of that. They turned the dogs out. And they started drinking liquor, that shine liquor around that fire. And they eased off to sleep. Them old dogs, they ain't heard from them in a while, you know. And that along by that time, Uncle Dykes, he got his wood leg over in the fire. He rolled around and wallowed around and got his wood leg over in the fire. And it caught on fire. His wood leg did caught on fire. Burnt down about halfway up back to his knee, burnt about half his wood leg off. And the dog hit, oh, man, they all woke up. They done hit, let's hit. That's old Yellow. He done hit out there. They took off running after the dogs. Uncle Dykes. Let me hear regulated here. Uncle Dykes, he took off and he said, about half that wood leg done run off. He going along there, whoop. He said, oh, boys, y'all don't come this way, so there's a gopher hole every other step.
I knew where Floyd was going with that.
Boogie said he ain't been back coon hunting with him no more.
You know, Uncle Dykes was a legend.
Yeah, you know that. You know Uncle Dykes.
I knowed him well. I knowed him.
Lord.
But they can drink some liquor now. Them old dogs. Ooh, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go get them.
Yeah. The Wiregrass Mule was the firefighter. That's what he was learned at the fire. See there? Y'all thought I was joking when I told you that's on the test.
That's it.
It's on the test. Don't care nothing about if you can put water on the fire and put it out, but you need to know what a Higby cut is. You know,
What's
that's
the number one thing, Queensland, you got to have to put a fire out?
water.
Water. Yeah, that's it. That's what I thought.
That's what I'm saying.
But some cities ain't figured that out yet. They can't figure out you got to have water. You can have all the pretty shiny fire trucks you want, and you can have your gunner with all that pretty hair, all roached back like that, like Reverend Johnson. But if you ain't got water, you ain't gonna put no fire out.
You ain't gonna put it out. You gotta have something to skeet on the fire. It ain't gonna go out now.
It ain't gonna go out.
If it will, eventually.
When it burns down to the ocean, it'll go out.
That's why I got a perfect record. I ain't never went to a fire that didn't go out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a perfect record.
100% success.
That's exactly. Can you say that?
A lot of folks can't.
See?
Oh, Charlie, tell him.
Floyd put it one way by support American farmers by buying American beef. Let's take it one step a little closer to home. Let's buy some locally produced beef from Sowega Meats. 11,100 square foot processing facility there on Highway 27 between Blakely and Colquitt, and the store in Headland, Alabama, bringing to you from the farm to the table the finest meat you'll find anywhere in this part of the country. Even some of your higher end restaurants in the Wiregrass area, you'll see them post from time to time on Facebook saying these special pork chop dish or special cut of steak they serve, they're proud to say it came from Sowega Meats. It does make a difference whether you're looking for a filet, a ribeye, a New York strip, a T-bone, maybe it's just some great ground beef, or, as we mentioned, smoked pork chops, fresh pork chops, bacon, sausage, anything you can imagine in the meat line, you'll find at Sowega Meats, and so much more. Check them out. They're open from Tuesday through Saturday at the Headland store, and Monday through Saturday over in Colquitt. I believe the hours are like 10 to 7 at the Headland store until they get to Saturday, and then the hours are like 10 to 5. And same situation, I believe, over in Georgia, just an hour difference. But check them out this week. Great quality meats, locally produced, locally processed. Sowega Meat Company.
Hey, well, I think we got time. We got time to show that video, don't we?
Let's show it. Let's put it on. Like, if you want to kind of introduce it to everybody.
Floyd sent me this video earlier this week, and I thought about putting it on the show. I don't know how many of you most of you that are watching, but some of you that are in the Wiregrass area may not be aware of this. Colquitt, Georgia is home to the largest agricultural mural probably in the nation. And it is definitely in the state, but it is an agricultural icon mural to the peanut farmer. It's on a silo that's 100-foot tall and completely round, and it was painted by hand by a gentleman from Canada. And the peanut farmer expose, it's a weekly newscast, did a little article or did a little video about this. It doesn't last very long, but it tells the story of it. And for those of you that have never been over to Colquitt, Georgia and seen this agricultural icon mural, I promise you it is worth your time. As you drive around that square, you see that big old peanut farmer bending down in the peanut field, and it almost comes to life. So y'all y'all come see us in Colquitt.
Colquitt, Georgia, population just over 1,900. Yet it's famous for being home to the country's largest mural.
Yeah, Kenny, at just over 27,000 square feet, the Peanut Farmer is the masterpiece of Canadian artist Charlie Johnston. After months of searching and with the help of modern technology, the Monitor caught up with Johnston at an art show in Canada. Here now, in his own words, Charlie Johnston on what it took to make this incredible creation come to life.
At the very beginning, it speaks to the function of the structure itself. It's an operating peanut silo. So right away, it speaks directly to what that the reason for that building's existence, and it speaks to the community itself. And I mean, there was always going to be a farming theme for the mural, so it just seemed to be the most natural. And I wanted to get that. I really wanted you to be taken away by I believe in the beauty of the grand gesture, especially when it comes to monumental works and public art. I love the grand gesture. So in this case, I wanted you to feel, as the viewer, I wanted you to feel like you were like an ant looking up, and the grand gesture was the hands of the farmer swooping down and pulling up his plants to examine his crop. So you really got a really intimate look at the experience. It's to the date, it's still the largest piece of work I've ever done. One of the most intense experiences. It's right up there. It may very well be number one. I washed silos hadn't been cleaned in like nearly 100 years or 80 years or whatever it was. So I cleaned the silos, I cleaned all the mold off of them, and in fact I was getting lots of offers for work to go all around the district and clean other people's silos. Could have been my new career. So cleaning the silos and priming this, patching the old silos, which by the way were handmade. 80 feet in the air, you see somebody's handprint in the cement, or they were doing some patching when it was made. So all that work, and it was a lot of work, that took me a month alone just to wash, patch, and prime the structure. And then what I had done was I had built a small model of the silos, because it's really like it's a sculpture as well as a painting, really, because it's those four cylinders. It's a round. It's in an interesting shape. So I painted the design on a little model that I made of the building to really understand how my idea was going to fit on the structure. And then I translated everything I did on the little model. I basically did amped up on the building itself. And then when I got into the detailing of it, then it's a whole new ball game. I really had to get right inside a peanut plant. I went out in the fields, and I literally pulled up peanut plants myself to get a sense of the experience. And I had peanut plants on my boom truck bucket that I was using as references. I was basically doing peanut portraits. I had a whole collection of peanuts that I used as references for the actual peanuts in the silo. And there was a lot of that kind of stuff going on in the translation of the idea to the mural. There's always a piece of me in Colquitt because of the mural. There's always going to be a piece of me in Colquitt, and right now there's a piece of Colquitt in Canada. This is one of if you look at the mural, you'll see this exact configuration of peanuts somewhere in the mural. It's just a little study I did on. It's actually on wood.
That was good.
If I may interject, the lady that was responsible for that mural being in Colquitt, Georgia, this lady sitting right next to me right here, Miss Nadine Karen Kimball, it was her idea to do that. She looked out her office window, and she was the executive director of the Arts Council, and she saw those old cement silos sitting over, and they looked like tombstones. And she says, we got to paint a mural on that. And through all that process, getting this done and raising the money, got enough money. A lot of other people were involved in this project in Colquitt, Georgia, but it was my wife Karen's idea to do that and make it come to life, and she did. And the interesting story about that guy, the painter, he's a Canadian. He came from Canada to paint it, and he was having trouble getting into the United States And she said, "Well, why don't you just find a way to get to Mexico, and we'll come down there and pick you up at the border. You just come home." But they got him in. They got his visa and all that, man. But it was a wonderful experience, and it is absolutely an icon. That mural is, and a absolutely one of the best things that represents the American farmer, especially the South Georgia and Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida farmer. That peanut, but y'all come to Cockwood and look at that thing. If you don't do nothing else but just come to Cockwood and look at it, turn around and go back home, you'll get a blessing from it. If you'll just look at that, just stand there, sit there in your car, stand there and look at that farmer, look at his hands, and look at him and that thought process going on in his head. Now, if I can just get this crop up, get it out of the ground, and get it picked, and get it harvested, I'll be able to go again next year. And that right there tells the story of the American farmer. If I can get enough, if I can get this crop gathered and get it to the mill, if I can make it and gather it, I'll have enough money to pay my bills and go again next year. That's the way.
And you know, Floyd is still. I'm not going to say every day, but I say several times a week. That's right across from the fire station. That mural is right across, and you walk out front, and you'll see people over there stopping and taking pictures and walking around it, taking pictures, filming it, getting up there by the fence and posing, and somebody taking pictures of them. It draws a lot of people to Cockwood. It really does.
Well, that's great. I agree. I see it too, Cleve. I see it all the time. But it's something we're proud of. A little old small town right here. That's our roots go in agricultural deep. We deep rooted in agriculture, and that is kind of a tribute to the farmer from this part of the country. Nothing tells the story any better than that.
Yep. Hey, Queasel, talk to him.
Well, you know, I generally give old Shangler a pretty good advertisement, but I ain't gonna give him much tonight. Here's what I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say about this. There's two people that need to know that number right there, or at least two. There's at least two. The first one is whoever took that pace car from the racetrack over yonder in Alabama. You need to write this number down. So when they catch you, call this number and he'll get you off. And the second group that needs to know this number is all y'all what wrote that number. Marvin had his gal up there on that screen wrote down, and y'all gonna call that number. Y'all better write this number down too, because you're gonna need him. You're gonna need him. He will get you off, and with no harm and no foul. 229-524-1225. That's your man, Shangler Law. He'll get you off of it. That's all I got tonight, Shangler.
Hey, you don't reckon that Shingler, that Khwaja Mahadra, whatever her name was, that was a pseudo name that Shingler put in there to try to get some divorce cases?
Could be.
You got a point there.
I've been trolling for some clients.
Could be.
Oh,
We'll ask Floyd's cousin.
yeah. Floyd, tell him about our good friend.
Oh man, yeah, that was absolutely one of the best places in Cockwood, Georgia. You can go to eat. It's good. It's good food every time you go in there. Lunch or supper, it don't matter. Good, friendly folks, homegrown folks, farm folks are in there that own that place and run it. They've been there a long time. And they served a many good meal. Me and Floyd's eat. I mean, me and Marvin's eat in there a lot of times, especially when they was on the square up there, serving up them good cabbage and macaroni and cheese and fried pork chop, smoked pork chops and hamburger steaks for lunch. Good hamburgers. Have a real good shrimp po' boy and delicious fried catfish, grilled catfish fillets, and blackened the catfish. That is outstanding. And them world famous home cut home fries. They take them a real potato and they cut it up, and they slice it up, and they dice it up right there in that cafe right there, and put it in some good clean grease and cook it. Put it on your plate there. Go to that salad bar and load up on that good salad bar. Get you something good to eat. You'll have a good waitress waiting on you, taking your order, treating you right. Y'all go to TK's Bar and Grill right there. Going out of Cockwood on Highway 45, going north. You'll see it right on the left there. Can't miss it.
All right, guys. I guess apparently we have led one of our viewers astray. They went in and got the number, and they have sent me a picture of what they saw when they
Oh my Lord. Yep, that's what you get right there when you bite. That's it.
Whew, mercy.
I mean, I
Thank you for that content there. A little bit more than I was expecting, but anyway, not really.
some of you may not be able to sleep tonight after.
Whew.
All right, and be careful with them numbers there. Be careful with them. Hey guys, TC Bear Hill Auctioneers, our great friend, our confidant, our sponsor in perpetuity and exclusivity of Floyd's list of impossibilities and a whole lot more. He's been with us since day one. He's one of our biggest supporters, and we appreciate Berry Hill Auctioneers and Mr. TC Berry Hill and all they do.
Barry Hill, one of our great sponsors, he's got these sales lined up all year. This year, you got 12 big auctions going on, big truck parts, engines, transmission, differentials, whatever you want to do. He's got them going on all over the United States. Got 12 of them across the country this week. Tune in to Barry Hill Auctioneers. If you're looking for a truck engine, transmission, parts, rear ends, whatever, tune in OTC and do one of his auctions. It's all online. You ain't got to worry about it. He'll treat you right, treat you fair. Be honest with you, you'll know what you're buying when you buy it. But tonight's Floyd's list of impossibilities, short list, and others. And I got two news breaks I want to share with y'all. I just got this. I got a special hot phone here that I get news breaks on. The first one is Barack Hussein Obama has filed for divorce from Michelle Obama on grounds of marital fraud. He has discovered that she is actually a woman.
Oh,
Finally, after two children, he's finally impossibility. This is another one right here. Democrats quit. This is a news release. Democrats question Pete Hegseth's qualifications after learning that he's never worn a dress or married a man. We got to go against him. We can't have that.
He's unfit.
Impossibility that any of the thousands of the soon-to-be fired Washington deep state bureaucrats need to seek a job with the soon-to-be reopened Keystone Pipeline. They won't make the cut on the Keystone Pipeline.
oh no.
Impossibility that Bernie Sanders is on the same planet as anyone who has ever paid for their own groceries. Impossibility that Bernie Sanders has ever fired a 12-gauge shotgun. Impossibility that the Secretary of Transportation presently, Pete Buttigieg, has ever been pregnant. Impossibility that Joe Biden can go 4 hours without having a power evacuation in his defense. I'm doing.
Why did his time cut in half, you think?
He's got a lot of stress on him, man. He got a lot of built up excrement in him that he's got to get out.
He's in the short rows now. He's in the short row
now. Yeah.
So you don't think that going to our last week that Joe Biden had the same problem Elvis had?
Yeah, who had?
No.
Elvis.
No, he did not have the same problem Elvis had. No.
Not in a while.
Not in a while.
Oh.
All right. Thanks to the folks at Kelly Crop Insurance over in Colquitt, Georgia. Look, folks, let's take this seriously, but not go too crazy with it. We have got some cold weather returning. In fact, enjoy tomorrow, enjoy Saturday. Up there around 70 degrees. You're going to have some rain, but enjoy those temperatures because look what happens when we get to Monday. We're talking 42 for a high if I'm gonna put the if in there, gentlemen. If it reaches 42. Then we got 2 days, it don't get out of the 30s. And there we see Tuesday, we've got the 58% up there. It's more like a 35, I think, from the two or three different sources I've been watching. I'm going to say a 35% chance of some frozen precipitation. Let's hope it's in the form of a few snowflakes and not the icing, because that's one thing we cannot handle in this part of the country. Be ready for it. Make sure your pipes, your pets, people for sure, and any plants you might have sitting out on the porch. You're going to bring them in. Look at those nights again and pay close attention to your local weather forecast. This could be one of those nasty hits for us down here in southwest Georgia and southeast Alabama. But thanks to folks at Kelly Crop Insurance. Thanks to y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And just continue to pray for this nation and what's happening, and pray for Donald J. Trump. 4 days away from him taking the oath of office as the 47th President of the United States of America. And a lot of folks are looking forward to that. And to those who are not, we're sorry. Just grieve with Uncle Joe and the rest of them and find another life. Yeah, find another life somewhere. Down there to you, Queasler, once again, good to see you. You got a little crud left, but you're feeling a lot better, aren't you?
Feeling better, Charlie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, it's good to be back. I have missed y'all, missed everybody, but yeah, you hit it on the head. We need to pray for this nation. I'm scared to think about what they're gonna try to do in these last 4 days, but we need to pray for them. And we need to remember this now. Donald Trump is a human being just like we are. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing without the help of the Lord. So we need to pray that God will have his hand on him, that God will guide him, and God will give him the wisdom to know the right thing and then the courage to do it. And not only that, but pray for his cabinet, his staff, everybody that advises him. Pray for his family. Look at what his family has been put through over these last 4 years. Nobody's family should have to go through that. But let's pray for him and make sure that and just hope that he can do God's will because I just feel like that God wants to use him in a special way, and I hope that he will get himself out of the way and let God use him to do what he wants to do for the United States. The next thing is I want to pray and everybody and be thankful. Uh, what happened in California? Listen, the firefighters and law enforcement and the medics and all out there, they done the best they could do. They done the best they could do. Floyd hit on it a while ago. You can't go bear hunting with a BB gun. If you go and bear hunting, you better take a bear gun with you. You can't put out fire if you ain't got no water. And let's just pray for them. Pray that they continue to be safe. I noticed today that the big fire still at but 22% contained. That ain't much. And then they talking about another explosion next week with wind and all possibilities. So and let's remember them. And we got firefighters from all over out there helping them, several states. So let's pray for them that they be safe. And let's pray for the people of California that maybe they have learned something. That they learned that if you can do some prescribed burning and that kind of stuff, you could prevent this stuff from happening. And last but not least, next time you see a veteran or you see a firefighter, a deputy, a trooper, a police officer, a paramedic, a EMT, just take a minute and tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate them being willing to put their life on the line to keep you safe. It'll go a lot further than you think. Love y'all. See you next week. Floyd?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Queasel. Exercise your Second Amendment rights at all times. Be ready to protect yourself and your family. You never know where it's going to come from. Never know when it's going to come. But praise be the Lord, it don't come. But if it does, be prepared for it.
That's
Surround
right.
yourself with like-minded people. You know who they are. Surround yourself with them. Get guidance from them. Get inspiration from them. And Now, when you lay down and go to sleep, and you put your head on that pillow, you start thanking God above for everything He's done for you today, just today, and you'll go to sleep and you'll still be thankful. Thank y'all.
Hey guys, we love you. We appreciate you very much for inviting us into your home or wherever you are tonight. Big shout out to Ziggy B, Shingler Law, Sawega Meat Company, Ostered 9 and Phillips Auto Parts, TK's Bar and Grill, Southern Hissy Fits, Kelly Crop Insurance, and Berry Hill Auctioneers. You know what I'm going to tell you. Sunday's coming. Go to the church of your choice. Worship the Lord. Give him his due. The scripture for this week says, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. Keep looking up, keep trusting the Lord, stay warm, protect
Hmm.
yourself, stay warm, protect yourself. Lord willing, and the creek does not rise. We will be right back here next week, same place, same time, for more of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you with, always, always be
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 particular.
particular.
night, y'all. We love you.
See you.